Forza Barca, or welcome to the Barcelona Grand Prix review. Many say that whoever is the fastest in Barcelona is the fastest everywhere. After all, it's not for nothing that this track hosted F1 preseason testing for a long time. Let's go, I'll tell you a couple of news stories and then we'll discuss the race. Kim Kardashian returned Kimi Antonelli's towel. Perhaps the main scandal in Monaco was Kim Kardashian. First, she ignored the legendary F1 interviewer Martin Brundle.
How are you today? No, you don't need to push me, mate.
And then she literally stole a towel from Antonelli's podium. Kimi was very upset when he couldn't find his towel.
No, I don't want this towel. I'm still looking for my actual towel.
Yeah. I don't have it.
Why don't you have it?
Don't blame me, I don't have your towel. I don't have it.
And so, at the Barcelona Grand Prix, Kardashian gave Antonelli a new towel with the inscription "For Kimi from Kim." And the driver said that he holds no grudge against her. Is Alonso moving to Alpine? It seems Alpine's new executive advisor Flavio Briatore and Gucci really wants to bring the Spaniard back, but at the same time the Spaniard himself is unlikely to move back. Firstly, he has not yet made a decision about continuing his career.
Yes. Good, yes. Come on, Charles.
Secondly, although Alpine is faster than Aston Martin today, there is no sign of podiums and victories there. Alonso doesn't need money, but there is more ambitions in Aston Martin. But only Nando knows the real picture, so we will just follow his choice. Will Verstappen leave Red Bull in 2027? New technical regulations and cooperation with the Ford Motor Company were supposed to bring the Austria team to top of the championship. But in fact, after 6 Grand Prix and 2026 season, they occupy first place in the Constructor Championship. And Max Verstappen occupies 7th place in the Drivers' Championship. At the same time, whenever Max was asked about leaving the team over the entire past year, he always answered negatively and joked it off. But what is the actual fact? Max has contract with Red Bull until 2028, with the exit option during the season if he is below 3rd place by the middle of the championship. And apparently, with such a car and performance, Verstappen will be able to activate this option. But the rumors about a move started playing with the new color after a photo of Max in Austria, where he was meeting with Red Bull bosses, while his father, Jos Verstappen, was talking to Toto Wolff in Amsterdam. Is this coincidence? I don't think so. What was discussed in this meeting is unknown, but we all know that Toto Wolff really wants Max in his team. One thing I can say for sure: George should start showing results. Problems continue at the Madrid track. I think many remember the protests in Madrid last year, when local residents took to the streets and expressed their dissatisfaction. But while the problem was solved, the actual readiness at the track itself is still in question. A race is supposed to take place here as early as September 13, but the track still not been finished. To speed things up, they even changed the contractor. Now the Tilke company is building the track, and the former contractor has sued Tilke, allegedly for using the original developments. And they are demanding 6 million euros for this. But it seems to me that this is nonsense and the guys just want to make at least some money. And the fact that Tilke came to a track build using their technology is clearly not Tilke's problem. I can describe qualifying in one word: Ferrari. And that will mean both good and bad at the same time. In Q3, Leclerc made a very foolish mistake and crashed.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
After qualifying, he said to himself that he was very ashamed. At the same time, Lewis Hamilton almost took to first place. He fell just a little short of George Russell and took the 2nd place between 2 Mercedes. Well, as a Toto Wolff would say, once again, 3 Mercedes drivers on the podium. At the start of the race, Hamilton was one of the few who chose soft instead of mediums. This tactic implies 3 pit stops, almost planned to make 2 stops. On lap 12, Lewis pits and changes to hards. On the next lap, into the pits goes Russell. Mercedes decided to play it safe against the undercard, as in just 1 lap Lewis reduced the gap 1.5 seconds. Lewis made his second stop on lap 27, Russell on 36. Lewis overtakes Russell and takes first place, but he also needed a pit, and then miracle happens. On lap 41, Alonso, who was running at the end, retires. Because his car was on the track, virtual safety car is deployed, and Lewis managed to pit and stay first place. And soon as he rejoined the track, the virtual safety car period ends. Ferrari got very lucky, because without this safety car, Lewis on hards would not to have caught up with Russell. By the way, Russell had a tough time. Besides the fact that his former teammate took first place, his current teammate Antonelli wants to take second place. Kimi stayed very close to Russell, and one of the points I even thought won't be the repeat of Silver Arrow's crash like 2016, but we all know how all Mercedes duels end of this year. Toto Wolff just seated on the pits and turned the off car for one of the drivers. Otherwise, I cannot explain how. Out of nowhere, just a lap after the overtake, Kimi's car simply lost power. Well, and Leclerc also got caught and the crossfire as he retired at the same time as the Italian. Hamilton comes across the finish line first, securing his first victory for Ferrari. How long he's been moving toward this and how much he had go through, but it was worth it. By the way, exactly 30 years ago, Michael Schumacher achieved his first victory for Ferrari right here in Barcelona. And second place is Russell. In one hand, well done. The streak of bad luck is finally over. But I think he would have wanted a finish at first place himself. And finishing at third place was last year's champion Lando Norris. It's been a while we've seen him on the podium, but he really tried very hard. I'll separately know the atmosphere after the finish. First, we heard the legendary Forza Ferrari from Lewis.
For the Ferrari! For the Ferrari!
Then there were hugs with the team, and it was clearly that Lewis was just in shock. And after that, a super emotional interview with Rosberg, with whom Hamilton crashed on this track 10 years ago. And at the end, there was very emotional podium ceremony. The anthem played the British one because all drivers were from Great Britain, and the Italian one in honor of Ferrari. And soon as the Italian anthem started playing, the entire Ferrari team began to sing it. In a moment like this, you understand why so many people support Ferrari. No team will give you as many emotions. And even though they are by no means always positive, it is definitely worth it. Just look at the ceremony it was in Maranello that day. In the Driver Championship, we have now 3 title contenders: Antonelli, Russell and Hamilton. The points gaps very small, so we are watching with interest. In the Constructor Championship, the most interesting battle in the midfield. The points gaps are also very small, and the one race can fundamentally change the situation. Well, the next race in 2 weeks in Austria. So, if you don't want to miss Formula 1 during these 2 weeks, subscribe. Good luck to everyone and bye-bye.
Okay, Charles, we need you to... This is important, Charles. We want to go to the rolling strategy. What do you think?
What the hell is that?
The rolling strategy is,
Oh my God.
Please stop. Okay, we will stop.